Right, where the hell's Aaron? What the fuck is going on in here?
I've just had enough! I'm just gonna rampage!
Hello there guys and welcome back to another one with us, the Review Bros. My name's Craig.
My name's Aaron.
And what are we reviewing today, Aaron?
Today we have the new supplement by the guys over at Panda Supplements. They bought us the Fierce pre-workout, Pandemic, and now this one, Rampage. And I've got to say, look at that for a bit of marketing, a bit of design. I like the look of that. Unique, isn't it?
Feels lovely too.
It does, it's got a nice feel to it. They've gone high market premium here, so we're going to find out as we go through the usuals if it actually is. And what are those usuals?
Taste, price, label, effects. Is it worth your money or not?
That's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to keep it 100% honest, finding out whether it's worth that hard-earned cash you work for each day. Let's get into this one.
Please do like the video, drop a subscribe, tick the bell icon, let us know your thoughts on this product and anything else you want to see us review.
Appreciate it. We are into the taste segment of this review, and this one promises us to be an insanely high stim one for you stim junkies out there. And is that going to affect the flavour? Flavour is still important, of course it is. There's so many high stim pre-workouts out there, and some of them also taste very good. So the flavour we've got for today's review is unicorn blood, as you can see right there. How's this one going to actually taste? Well, there it is in its liquid form.
There are some little bits settled at the bottom, but nothing dramatic, honestly. I'd say it's about average.
I've been using this one now for a good few days, and I can tell you guys, mixability is actually solid. You know, I've never had any problems with the stuff at the bottom. So, yeah, unicorn blood going down. I'm hoping for a goodie. I told you.
Really nice.
I did be telling you.
Thank God it's not like dragon's blood.
Yeah.
Or tiger's blood.
Yeah. It's more like Skittles.
Yeah. It's really smooth, isn't it?
It's really good. Very, very, very sweet. Arguably one of the sweetest pre-workouts I've ever had.
Sweet as a nut. Yeah, like Aaron said, like considering what's in the pre-workout, they've smashed it with flavouring.
I really like it. To me, it really is molten down Skittles.
Yeah, blended up.
It is. It actually is, and I do have a score in mind.
Yeah.
Taking into account the mixability too. Let's do it.
Yeah,
3, 2, 1.
9.5 out of 10. Oh, yeah. I'm happy to go up to 10. I was seriously contemplating a 10. honestly, really good. Like, genuinely, looking at the labels stacked and all the rest of it, but I would say that this is, if I was drinking this, I wouldn't call it a pre-workout. That's what I was going to say.
I'd say
yeah.
it's a drink that's actually been made to be just a general everyday drink.
Just a juice like Robinson's or something.
Yeah, it's really good. So, got to give them their dues there. Unicorn Blood gets that 10, which is the first 10 we've had in a long time. Long! Let's get into the price.
Alright guys, where we're going to go to pick up this premium limited edition pre-workout. What number have we got, Aaron?
We have got numero 342. So do comment your number below. Let's make sure we've all got different numbers, eh?
Don't get jelly. But if you want to pick it up, head over to pandasupps.com where you can pick it up using our discount code ReviewBros. We'll knock off 30%. We didn't stutter. 30%. That knocks the price down to $42 for 25 true servings.
Now, how are we doing that, guys? We're doing that based on our estimations, because at the time of this film, right now, we have not, it's not on the website. We don't know the base price, but we know that Pandemic, non-limited edition, their other strong pre-workout, also that code works on that one, comes in at $57.99. So I reckon this is going to be a little bit more expensive. I really do. I reckon $60.
Yeah, so
maybe even 65, but we're going to go with 60. I think that's about the ballpark where it probably will fall. Now, how much is it costing you per the serving? Well, we do the math on it. You actually get a real 25 servings here, which is a thumbs up. $1.68 per go. Now, UK guys, sake of translation, it is a lot harder to get here. There's no beating around the bush. But it would cost £1.38 per the go. Now, when you do the math, we've done it. We've got that consistent pricing scale, and this one actually comes in nicely at a 5.5 out of 10. So it's actually a smidgen cheaper than an average product when you use that 30% discount code, which makes all the difference. So I'm an honest guy. I think talking before we're talking the effects, I think looking at the design, looking at the label, the feel of it, all the rest of it, I just think that from this point of view is a very good price.
Collector's edition, rather efficient.
Yeah, so let's get into the effects. That's the important bit. And what are we actually getting in the label? Let's go.
Nice. Alright, let's get into this label then. So 2 scoops, slightly rounded scoops, will get you that 16.6 gram serving size. And you know how we do things here, we go on the max serving. So first up, we just got some vitamins, minerals, nothing too exciting up the top. And then we've got L-citrulline malate, 2:1, 6 grams.
Which is an okay dose, guys. You know, nothing over the top. 4 grams of pure citrulline for nitric oxide production within the body and ultimately blood flow and pumps.
Lovely. Then we got beta-alanine, 3.2 grams.
Nice dosage, the clinical amount there for the itchy, tingly feeling as the pre kicks in. And obviously once you've taken it for a long enough period of time, it's going to help with endurance.
Lovely. Betaine anhydrous, 2.5 grams.
Another good dosage, guys. Jack of all trades ingredient. It's even been shown to have some nootropic effect, endurance benefits, power output, and even some pump.
Nice. Alpha GPC, 800 milligrams.
Which is a hefty dose, guys. More than average by a long way. It's the choline type that gives you focus and concentration.
Lovely. L-tyrosine, 750 grams.
Yeah, we've got a slight typo there, in all honesty. That's definitely meant to be milligrams, which is a slightly lower dosage than we'd like to see. We'd like to see at least 1,000, but you know what? We'll take it because it's going to work well with the alpha GPC mentioned beforehand for more focused time.
Nice. Then we've got caffeine, which is caffeine anhydrous, dicaffeine malate, and caffeine citrate, yielding a total of 400 milligrams.
Nice. That trio of caffeine that famously we use in our pre-workouts, and you know what? It's a good hitter. It's going to give you a long-lasting and quick-acting hit of energy.
Yeah, we will accept that. Then we move down to L-theanine, 150 milligrams.
Which is an okay dose. You know, it's very, very important that you pair it at the right amount with the stimulants in the pre-workout because it can give that calming and relaxing type feel, but it's also been shown to help with some more focused benefits and a long-lasting amount of energy.
Lovely. Dendrobium, 100 milligrams.
Which is from the plant extract. Now, some people say this is actually likened to like a DMAA, DMHA type feel. You know, it's one of those that we've never actually found to hit that hard, but it always gives some mild stimulation and helps with other bits and pieces along with the pre-workout. So we'll see how it comes together in the effects.
Nice. Pink Himalayan sea salt, 100 milligrams.
Very low dose. You know, we'd like to see at the very least 300, but I will say we'll take it on board because it helps with contractions and muscular, performance.
Yeah, we'd rather have it than not have it at all. Then we've got estrogen, registered ingredient, 50 milligrams.
Very, very rare you'll see this, halfway down the league of the ingredients because it's normally the lowest dosed. It's one of those ingredients that helps with digestion, absorbing all these ingredients, which we find to be very important in a pre-workout because you've only got a 30-minute window to get cracking.
Lovely. Then we've got NMT HCl, 50 milligrams.
N-methyltyramine, that's a stimulant, guys, and some people call it a dirty stim, as in it's a stim junkie ingredient, gives you a large amount of energy and some fat burning side effects.
Nice, adrenaline time. Then we got hygenamine HCl, 50 milligrams, hordenine HCl, 50 milligrams.
And as Craig's going to mention, there's a lot of fat burning ingredients here that also come with stimulatory effects, guys. Some of the interesting side notes that from some of these fat burners is they actually help with chemical balances within the brain, helping to release endorphins, ephedrine, all of the what is it?
Epinephrine.
Yeah, my apologies. But basically, these chemicals give you that mood elevation feel, highness, euphoria, just a real focus about them as well. And that is something that we're going to touch on in the effects.
Yeah. Then we got theobromine, 50 milligram.
The chocolate ingredient dogs cannot digest. The other thing you'll notice with all these ingredients down the bottom here, guys, is they are, to be honest with you, all relatively lower dose than we'd like to normally see them. Now, here's the thing. These ingredients are all relatively similar in effect, so therefore we are hopeful that they are going to work well together to give an overall feel.
Yeah, Phil Heath. They're going to stack together nicely. Then we got isopropanol synephrine, 30 milligram.
The father to synephrine, the potent fat burner, guys. Again, more mood elevation effect, but some energy time there too.
Nice. Theophylline, 30 milligrams.
Which is one of those asthma medication, guys, believe it or not. It's been shown to help with breathing, oxygen uptake, and therefore athletic performance benefits.
Nice. Synephrine HCl, 30 milligrams. Jesus.
I know, Jesus indeed. More fat burning, more energy, more stimulation, more mood elevation, more power.
Nice. And then we wrap off actually with octopamine, which is norepinephrine, 25 milligrams.
Potent one, guys. You don't often see this one. You know, again, more fat burning effect, more adrenaline time.
Nice. They've sprinkled a lot of different fat burners in here, haven't they, eh?
Yeah, all low, like I mentioned, all quite lowly dosed, but it's very rare you'll see a pre-workout with this amount of those lowly dosed ingredients. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they work together.
Nice. It's promising, insanely high stim, outrageous energy, intense focus. So let's see if we get that, eh?
Yeah, let's move into the effects. This one's exciting. So we are into the most important part of this review, the effects of this one. This is Rampage, a limited edition run by the guys at Panda Supplements, and I've got to say, that looks beautiful. And you know, the name isn't even on the front. The name, you have to go around the back and find it. I actually took a little while to find out what it was even going to be called, but yeah, I mean, this to be honest with you, this promises to be a stim junkie pre-workout, and the label even suggests that, guys, from a relative point. Now, it even says on the front, insanely high energy. It says outrageous energy. It says intense focus. Doesn't say anything about pumps, however. Now, we're honest here, ain't we? We're as honest as the day is long. So
it's very long.
It is long.
That's what she said.
Days are long these days, ain't they, days? So, what I'll say is we're going to start at the beginning, like we always do. And that's with the B-training, just simply because, guess what? That's 99% of the time, if it's in the product, the first thing that goes. What do you reckon?
Comes in hella strong. Like, yeah, I was having to resist itching myself because I knew if I started, it would just lead to more itching. So I would say 9 out of 10 on the tingle scale.
Easy. I don't know how. You know, you've got the estrogen in there to get it digested, but the tingles on this stuff,
intense.
Very good. So if
Sense
you
of
enjoy
urgency.
that, it's an immediate thumbs up. So yeah, as Craig said, sense of urgency. You know, when that comes in, guys, it is time to go fucking apeshit, and it's time to rampage, and that's what this fucking pre will get you doing. Energy wave comes in quite quick, guys. Nice, like citrate. You know the drill. You know the drill, guys. That comes in, and you want to go straight away. So you've got to sit it out. You've got to wait that 30 minutes. Do that as peaceful as you can. What comes in next?
What comes in next is you start smashing through the session with high energy, mood elevation, dialed into buck focus. There's not really any like super illicit feel to it, like off your bonks type in that sense. It's just a very productive, straight down the line, I've got shit to do, high energy, high drive pre-workout.
Yeah,
right?
let's fucking get this straight in the deep end. This pre is banging. It's, for me, honestly,
perfect.
really freaking good. Like, it's just a feel-good, productive, everything's ticking like that, like lovely. It's just nice. And then actually, it's one of those that doesn't have that highness, floaty feel. It's just all go. And you know what? I really like that, because after your training session, it just weans down nicely. You actually still have nice energy. It's not that cracked out, you know,
floaty feeling.
yeah, just sit back and, you know, oh, I'm still higher. It's just, as Craig said, it's a perfect pre-workout.
Yeah, you can crack on with the rest of your day, and we think that's because they got the 3 different releases of caffeine, the L-theanine smoothing it over, the bit of theobromine, you know, everything they've put in there is kind of like to give it life and longevity.
Yeah. I've always thought that pandemic pre-workout was, I'm going to be honest, underrated.
What, Fierce? Or, oh no, the original Fierce one you didn't like?
No, then Pandemic, their high skin pre-workout that's not limited edition, I really like that one too. This one is that plus 10%.
On
the
steroids.
Pandemic to me is one of those ones that's underrated. It's not for me, we run this channel. It's not one of those ones that pops up in conversation almost ever. Like, it just isn't. It's just not. But it is actually one of my favourite pre-workouts. It's one of the ones that I go back to quite a lot, even though we've reviewed it. And that I only do with pre-workouts that just give me that nice, healthy feeling, dialed in, focus. Like, it just feels good.
Just a nice kill it mindset in the healthiest way. It doesn't make you feel unhealthy.
Yeah.
That's the key point. And naturally, because of all those fat burners, you do definitely work up a sweat. You get a nice sweat on, but that only adds to the training because you feel like it's rewarding.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a curveball in here, guys.
Do it.
I'm gonna throw it in. Nowhere here is anyone thinking or talking about pumps. For me, I don't know why. I do not know why, and this is why I've actually used this one more times now than our normal routine for pre-workout reviews, because I wanted to make sure it just wasn't a good day. You know, multitude of things affect pumps. The pumps for me, and there's nothing really here that sings and dances pumps.
No.
The pumps were nasty. Like, for me, honestly, the best part of this pre-workout, and that is shocking, because you just don't think of pumps. You don't. There's citrulline at 4 grams, betaine, okay, a next to none pink Himalayan salt. It doesn't say anywhere pumps. It's just not, we're just not here for the pumps, but the pumps are forced upon you. Take it or, take the highway.
Yeah, I agree with that. Deep contractional, grimacing pumps. And like after legs today, but my legs felt probably the most dead they've felt in recent times. Like just achy and
Crampy,
just dead.
nasty,
Like,
intrinsic, internal,
deep.
contractional, filthy pumps. When I did shoulders on this, my shoulder workout was the best I've had in 6 months, because the shoulders were pumped. Everything was just going. So I'm honest here, guys. I'd give this a 10 out of 10.
I agree with.
I just can't think of anything. Let's talk about negatives. There's no cold sweats. There's no appetite suppression. You get a bit of sweat, but nothing. To me, nothing real.
No
especially
jitters.
with the weather out there anyway, being hot. You get a bit of thirst. There's no highness, no nausea, no digestive. No, honestly, for me, a perfect pre-workout.
Yeah, the best way to explain it is just high sense of urgency and drive, and obviously you can probably glean that from the label because it's got a lot of stuff in there that, like you touched on in the label section, that upregulate your norepinephrine and epinephrine levels, so you're like really fight or flight, high adrenaline, kind of just like
yeah, and
mindset.
Those feel-good times, jamming away to your music, crushing weights, just no shits given in the world. This is very good. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like,
other than the fact to get all of those positives with no negatives is fantastic, right?
Yeah, and what I'll also say is that price point with that discount code is so worthy. Like, no way around it.
I'd buy it on looks alone.
Yeah, especially with that limited edition. It's a shame it's limited edition. It's a shame. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. It's got no negatives for me. Now, who's it for? Beginners? Yeah. A scoop and a half maybe. Advanced users? Yeah, 2 scoops. I don't think it's the strongest pre-workout on the market by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just really good.
It's probably a beginner level stim junkie one. Like if someone comes to me and was like, right, I want to start edging into, high stim land, that would be a perfect one to give them, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to kill them, but they'll definitely feel it.
Yeah. Energy, so good. Focus, even better. Pumps, even better than that, and that's a shocker. So, yeah, and the mood elevation and it just feels nice. That's why I'm giving it a 10. It just feels right.
Even the taste was a nice experience. The whole thing is a nice experience. The touch, the look, the feel, the taste, the price, the effects. Like, how can you?
Yeah. How can you say no to something like that? So, Panda Supps, well done. What I'll say is you've got to try and make this a full-time pre-workout. It's lovely. It is lovely. It really is. So, yeah, if that sounds right to you guys, get your hands on it quick. Obviously, as I say, look, limited edition. 2,500 of these, 2,500 of the blue ones. They're not going to be around long. They're not.
Oh, they got 2.5 of each flavour.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, shit.
I think that's the case. But
Kissy wissy.
appreciate you guys watching along at home. You know, yeah, let us know what number you've got in the comments below. Let us know if you tried it, would you try it, all of the rest of it. If you tried Fierce, if you tried Pandemic, if you tried any, you know what we're saying, guys. Appreciate you watching. As always,
Stay
stimmed Panda Rampage style.